What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here, back with another video. In this video today, I'm going to briefly explain why you should not train the same every single week. And this is going to upset some of the shut up and lifters, as we call them. They'll be like, bro, just get in the fucking gym and lift. Where they think that simplicity is key, and that is important. I'd argue that intensity, not intensity meaning the total amount of weight you're lifting, but your concentration, your focus in the gym is very important. But there comes a time and place where after you've deadlifted 400 pounds, 500 pounds, you need to get more focused with your goals. You need to plan out your training more long term. Anything can work when you're just starting out. You can get great newbie gains, and as a beginner, you don't have weak points because everything is a weak point. Your whole body is a weak point, but you need to get more specific with your goals over time. And let me highlight one of these important differences as you become an intermediate. Now, I would classify myself, as some people joke when I call myself a late intermediate, I would call myself an early advanced, where, yeah, I'm getting there. I'm making some gains, 600 pound deadlift, 500 pound squat, 375 bench. It's okay. It's not bad. I've been training a while, but there's still a lot of things to accomplish. So let me use my recent training to give a framework for what I'm talking about here. When it comes to strength training, you should be building versus testing strength most of the time. So you're building that strength instead of testing that strength. And recently, over the last 8 to 10 weeks, I was peaking because I wanted to hit a new high bar squat, which I did, 495, huge PR, felt great. And then the bench press, 375 pounds, which is a new all-time PR, also felt amazing. So I accomplished my strength goals completely, and that was awesome. But that's not the way I should train every single week. You see, a proper peak can add a certain amount of strength, or can actualize what you already have there, give you additional 2 to 3%. So I did exactly that. But if you're peaking all the time, if you're training at too high of an intensity, your body's going to get beat up. Your joints are going to get achy. You're going to feel tired, maybe lethargic. That overall fatigue, accumulated fatigue from weeks and weeks of lifting at such a high intensity will eventually catch up. And that's why smart lifters, what they do, they periodize their training over a long period of time. And again, this might upset some of those shut up and lifters, and my argument to them is that I don't think you reach close to your potential where this becomes a sticking point and you need to focus on this. But for myself, after hitting those 2 big strength goals, what did I do? Old Omar would be like, man, you know what? Things are feeling great. Maybe go for another PR. Now, wise, mature Omar decided instead to go on a hypertrophy block because I was training at a high intensity and nothing was wrong. In fact, this is the best training has felt in several years, but you know, you get a little achy, the elbow, the shoulder, the this and that. Let's deload the intensity. Let's, instead of being hyper specific with your training, let's instead get a little bit more general where I could use exercises I personally want to use in order to stimulate hypertrophy. So the incline bench press, will it directly assist in my bench press? Maybe a little bit, but honestly, me benching more will lead to me getting stronger in the bench press. But right now, I want a bigger upper chest. I want to focus on the shoulders, so that means more overhead press volume. Accessories, I can jack those up. I'm telling you this right now. When I squatted 495 high bar, 12 weeks before that, I was doing 315 high bar after not squatting for a long period of time. You want to know exactly how I squatted 495 in 10 to 12 weeks? I was squatting 3 times a week. And that was basically it. I was hyper specific, so I was just doing squats. And that's how you get strong, but that's not how you build a complete physique. So there's a time and place for everything, and I urge everyone watching this video that yes, power building, as people call it, which is a good mixture of both, where you're doing big compound movements and you're focusing on accessories, can work most of the time, and it'll get you 80-90% there. But if you want to get maximally jacked, if you want to get maximally strong, I think you need to focus on that specific goal. So I did my peak, I got stronger, I was focusing on strength, and in fact, when I posted that photo of me looking damn good, that was before my strength peak, because essentially when I was peaking for strength, in order to make sure I didn't accumulate too much fatigue, I was squatting and I was benching. I was doing a lot of that. I wasn't doing a lot of accessories. But now I could take that time, I could take 8 weeks to go into this hypertrophy block and also work on form, which I think some people, they don't tinker enough. Someone correctly noted that on the deadlift, I have recently narrowed my stance because I'm just trying it out. Why not? I'm always trying to optimize my lifts, and so far it feels pretty good. So this is an opportunity for me to deload from those maximal weights to get a little bit more hypertrophy, to accumulate more volume, make sure everything, the tendons and ligaments recover and feel good, and then reassess where I want to go. I think most people believe all their goals are a sprint or a marathon, and it's neither of those. It's an intelligent process that that you have to take month to month and see where you're at. And so I'd urge everyone out there, the shut up and lifters, even, you know, people that are beginners that are trying to plan the rest of their training, to really think about things and organize them in such a way that you optimize your progress. Anyways, that's all I want to emphasize in this video today. You should not focus on the exact same thing every single week, and your training should not mirror each other every single week. You need to change things up. You need to periodize things. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, if you want me to show you what I'm doing now for this hypertrophy phase, maybe leave a comment below, and I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next one. Peace.